Hey, how you doing?
King.
What's going on?
I had to bring you in with this amazing sound.
That's what's up. That's what's up. No doubt. Represent.
I thank you so much for taking the time tonight, I should say.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thanks for having me. Word. Word.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, welcome to the Face Behind the Brand. I am your host, Monique Marie, and you are the hip hop recording artist,
Eddie
lyricist,
Kane. Yes, yes, yes.
representing
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn, New York,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Kane.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. How was your day today?
It was pretty good. Pretty busy. You know what I'm saying? Just touched down. Back in my spot. I was you know, I had a little bit of time to, get myself situated before we jump into this. But I've been on the move, but today's been good. It's been good.
Well,
A
good.
busy day is a good day for me.
A busy day is always a good day. It's always
Definitely.
a good day.
Definitely.
So let everybody know, of course, because I know everybody obviously knows who you are on the East Coast, and of course you're
Hmm.
on the West Coast. But who is Eddie Kane?
All right. Eddie Kane is a young man from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, who he found his calling. He found his niche in life doing this music thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still discovering more things about myself, but I'm a student of the world. I'm a student of hip hop, and I'm just a hardworking artist, from Brooklyn. A young, strong black individual, that hold his own, handle his business.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Well, I always like to start with humble beginnings and talk about, a lot of this creativeness that some folks don't know about you, or may not know, I should say. You started off, you were a writer. You also started off drawing. So talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
those gifts and how it kind of, launched yourself and your way into music.
Okay, so growing up when I was younger, I don't know. One of my hobbies and one of the things that I always used to like to do was just, sit into a little corner and draw. That was like, 4, 5, 6, those years. I just always wanted to, that was my peace and tranquility. You know what I'm saying? I just go sit in the corner and draw. And I got better through the years, but it also like transformed into writing. Once I went to school, I liked math, but English and reading and writing was my favorite. And I always liked to write essays when it was essay time, and then it went from that to just writing music. It was a lot between that, but
Yeah.
you know it went from writing and loving the writing, and then writing music. And that's basically how that came about.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
basically how
I
that came.
say, just based on your discography, your penmanship is incredible.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely, as you know, of course, I always, express and tell people, being from the Bay Area and Oakland and around a lot of the culture of the 808s and the beats and everything that
Right,
make us
right.
move. It's incredible, but I also listen to the lyrics.
No
And
doubt, no doubt.
yeah, your penmanship is just is on point. So 2020 and 2021, because you're already coming out the gate with some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
But I do want to start with the song that came in today, of course, because I've just been playing it like crazy. Off of your album from 2020, September 2020, we released this 1224.
Oh yeah, 1224, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Talk to me about the process of this album, produced by Wavy da Ghawd.
Well, shout out to Wavy da Ghawd. That's my bro. That's my brother. And once we met, we've been going strong with the music. And it was funny. One day we was having a conversation. I just always found it that Wavy used to always finish my sentences.
Yeah.
So one day we was having a conversation, and I was just like, "Yo, bro, what's your birthday?" And He was like, December. And I was like, December what? And he was like, 24th. And it
Wow.
was the same exact day as me. And after that, it been a wrap. It was just like, you know, we just had this connection. And we always had this idea of putting a project together for our birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And last year it didn't work, you know what I'm saying? But this year, you know, because of COVID, we got to sit back and, you know, during quarantine and all of that, we got to put a lot of work in. So we had that idea set and straight that, you know, this would be the year that, you know, what we dropped that album. And that's basically how that came about, you know?
An amazing album it is, 14 tracks.
Yes, yes, I appreciate it.
And that song, Representer, that features Gold.
Yes.
You got Ain't Mad at You. That's another one that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I had to write mine, but the whole album is incredible. But I mean, these are specifics that I've been vibing.
No doubt.
So,
No doubt.
What I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. But yeah, the entire album. I mean, I just again, I like the melodies, you know, the melodics, the classic groove. Of course, I'm just hearing all that whole Brooklyn sound too.
Right.
Absolutely incredible. Talk to me about the difference, because I can go all the way back to 2019 for you with 2K19, or am I saying 2019? How do you
2K19? Yeah, definitely.
13 tracks on that one, but what would you say is the difference between the growth and how you evolved from 2019 to now?
Oh yeah, it was it's a big difference. It was a lot of growth. 2K19, when I dropped that, I was almost really done with the music. I spent a long time just sitting back and watching the game, and I really wasn't feeling it. But something just told me, you know, just go hard one last time and give it your all. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually what 2K19 was. I wasn't gonna drop any other projects after 2K19, but in the midst of doing that project, I met my brother, Rem the Villain, you know what I'm saying? And once I met him, he introduced me to a lot of different people, and it basically like exposed me to a whole other side of you know, underground hip hop, where it was just like this basically a little network with a bunch of people working and all of that stuff. And it gave me a different hunger. So in between 2K19 and now, I'm just hungry. I got hungry again. You know what I'm saying? I basically was done with it back then, but meeting him and meeting all of these other people, they gave me a different drive. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go hard. You know what I'm saying? And I feel good about it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of some of those folks, these wonderful people that you're surrounded by, I want to give a shout out to Stars Coleman.
Yeah, definitely.
All of this transpired. Of course, him being here with me has been wonderful. He came and helped me a great deal, thanks to our kids. But Stars Coleman, and shout out to Sean Moon, your folks there who basically put this together. And
definitely
made it possible for us to be here tonight. So Spoda is who I'm thinking of also right now. You guys have two releases already, 2021, I should say. Heavy Stepper. Am I saying that? Is that
Dreams of Darkness?
Oh, Dreams of Darkness. Okay, but
that's our new joint that we just dropped the video for.
Heavy Stepper also. So you got two different hits going on right now at the same time, two different collaborative singles. So talk to me about let's start with Dreams of Darkness first.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Spoda. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and him been working hard for probably like the past 2 years, and we just been frisbeeing each other just beats and music. Like anytime I hear something and I hear him on it, I throw it to him, he get it right back to me, and vice versa. So it was nothing different with Dreams of Darkness, except we just put a visual to it. Like, you know, yeah, he was feeling that beat, you know, I guess he heard me on it, you know, and he sent it my way, and he knew I was gonna kill it for him. So that's how we put that together.
And your discography, we could talk about your discography all day, but I mean, people are gonna have to go deep into who you are, really do the research, because I mean, I've discovered some amazing sound. 2020 was full of some amazing hits. On Nicolas Cage, Debt Left. I mean, some really amazing sound.
Yeah, rest in peace, G. Haskell Scorsese. You know, the brother that made that
Yeah.
list, you know, and got me on that track. You know, he recently passed away not too long ago. I want to send my condolences to his family. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, definitely. I always play that song in, you know, remembrance of him. You know, me and him got to lay that down, and another song down that's not out yet, but they're gonna put out another project in the memory of him, and that track is gonna be on that. So salute to my guy and his family.
Rest in peace, and
Mm-hmm.
loved ones also. Talk to me about Trophy Boy Records.
So yeah, Trophy Boy Records. That's me.
Yes, you.
That's me. You know, I worked hard, you know, I lived and learned a lot with this music, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing it since young, and I figured out a way, and I found out a way, you know, how to start my record label myself and get everything up and running. And Trophy Boy Records is basically my baby, you know. It's just me, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting on my own independent, and we're gonna see where this takes us, you know. That's what I got.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So many artists alike have talked to us all about the importance of literally creative control, right? So I want you, in your own words, because that's what you've done. You've made sure to, you know, dot all the I's and cross the T's and release your sounds in your name, so to speak, where you own the masters, you own your sounds, you own the creative control. So talk to the up and coming generation behind you who will see this and who follows Eddie Kane, why creative control is crucial, period.
Yeah, creative control is very crucial. You would want to do the investing, just get it over with. It's a little bit of change, but you know, it will definitely pay off. This will help you if you move further and get further down the line, and people want to throw numbers at you and want you to sign paperwork and this, that, and that. It's always important to establish yourself, you know what I'm saying, before you jump into the big leagues. And I feel like it's something that everybody should read about, you know, before getting into it, you know, gain a lot of knowledge on it and know what you're getting yourself into. But definitely take care of that, because you need your masters. That's one thing that you really need in the industry. If you do your research, there's a lot of artists that sold big records, and a lot of you know, a lot of household names that we all speak of that, you know, didn't have their paperwork right and didn't do the proper research and didn't take care of that the one little, you know what I mean, thing that, you know, messed them up. And they don't get their money, they don't get their music, and that's what you're in it for. So, you know what I'm saying? Just do that research. Make sure you get yourself established before you really jump out in the game and give everybody your art, because, you know, it's a cold game out there to keep it real. It's a cold game. So
Absolutely.
You know.
And just to piggyback, I think it's so crucial because, you know, like how you're doing, you're collaborating also. So sometimes you're going to other people's masters, other people's features. So it's so important, you know, and I touch on this every interview, to really, you know, to really cover yourself business wise. I mean, if it's the old school, the split sheets, you know, it could sound so good to say, I want you on this. I want you on this track. And I think it's so important. I mean, I still to this day will not record in split sheets with you. Like, it's just
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't want to argue later, right? So
Definitely.
I definitely agree with you. So besides starting your own record label, what's the most spontaneous thing that you can say that you've ever done? That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one. The most spontaneous thing I ever done besides starting the label.
Own label. Thank you.
I'm secretly I don't know. I mean, I'm working on a like collection of like sneakers, I guess. Like, is that something spontaneous? Like, what? Give me something.
I like sneakers. Talk about the sneakers. Sneakers is good. Who's helping you there?
Woman, that's my woman. That's my girl. Yeah, she's logged in too.
Oh
She's
yeah,
on.
she was on the preliminary with her because she was helping you.
Yeah, it's. I'm not really like, I'm so caught up into the music, and it's like I'm so like one track minded that it's not really much that I get into. Like, it's like
Music, everything music.
really into the music, and I'm into fashion. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple of ideas and plans that I want to get into with that, but it's nothing really jumping off right now as far as the music. Like, I'm so caught into the music right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's okay. And the thing is, we definitely don't want you to, always say manifest, but don't manifest in front of others. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely into manifestation, praying, and everything. But there's certain things you just can't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody that's with you is not really with you. You know what I'm saying? So I like to protect things, and like how you did, you just come out with 1224. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I will be happy to see the sneaker ordeal because I'm a big tennis shoe fanatic.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to see what you do with that. Talk about collaboration because energy. I'm a big person on energy. So what makes a fruitful collaboration? What makes it a hit?
I believe the chemistry and the energy between the artists. You know what I'm saying? Will definitely make it a hit. That's working with one, but you gotta feel the vibe. You gotta feel the music. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, like when it comes to my beat picking process, I can go through tons of beats, but it has to be something that grabs me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I basically feel like, yeah, that's basically what I feel it is. Make a hit.
So how do you protect your energy at all costs? Because you're in an interesting industry, I call it. Of course, there's a lot of love, and there's also sometimes a lot of hate. So how do you, Eddie Kane, how do you protect your energy?
Well, these days, I just I do my things. I sip. I have my moments of zen where I try to get away from the world, and I just meditate in my own little ways. But I don't. I deal with a certain amount of people, and I try to keep the amount of people that I deal with limited these days. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm real observant of new energy that I bring around. And that's kind of one thing that I always did. Like, just like bringing it back earlier when we was talking about the drawing and all of that. That's always one thing that I did. I always found a way to get my peace and keep my peace around me, and always, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. I just always make my ways to just keep a good energy around me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess if you keep good energy around you, you won't have to run from it, right?
Yeah.
So pre-COVID, because 2020 it was crazy. Everybody of course knows what happened started in March 2020. But before 2020, talk about one of the best concerts or shows that you attended.
Okay. So 2011. Was it 2011, 2012? Probably 2013. Oh, all right. Well, 2013. 2013. There was a concert, in Brooklyn at the Amarachi Lounge called the In Music We Trust concert. And it was my first show doing in a long time, because I was doing pep rallies and talent shows and stuff as a kid. But there was a time where I really wasn't doing anything. Then I started doing open mics again, and I got this show gig. So I did this show, and I remember coming out, I had a ski mask with the spikes on it. I had a motorcycle jacket with the spikes on it. Nice, dope Fendi belt, cool outfit. And I tore the show down. And it was probably one of my best shows to this day because it was a show fresh off of hiatus,
Yeah.
So that's one show that I always remember. That was real big for me pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. And then tell me, so if you've attended someone else's show,
Mm-hmm.
could be mainstream, could be underground.
Mm-hmm.
What does Eddie Kane listen for? What do you watch to attend another artist? Because you are a performer. So what are you for? What are you watching?
Yeah, well, me and my people, that was the thing that we actually used to do. We used to go from show to show, even if we wasn't on the bill, and just, you know, watch the performances and catch the vibe. I just like to hear good music, and I just want to, I like to call out, you know, who I think would be a star before they actually become stars. So, you know, I feel like I have the eye for, you know, who can put on a good show. You know, that was one of my things. So that's what I really like to go out and see. I just want a good performance. I also like to, you know, just take notes and just watch how, you know, because to this day, I've done plenty of shows, but I still always have the butterflies at the bottom of my stomach before I walk out into the crowd. So that's also one thing that I always like to watch in an artist. I always like to see, you know, how they work the crowd and, you know, manage to do it and try to see if I could pinpoint the nervous moments and all of that. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you that next because, of course, we know some of your strengths, of course, as a writer, as a performer, as an artist. So I always ask, so we can't say this one. Just share it with us as far as butterflies. But what would you say is one of your weaknesses?
This,
Really?
you know, it's interviews, because I'm an antisocial individual. Like growing up and stuff, I always used to get into a corner. I can't stress that fact enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to write a lot of music, and I treat music like my diary. That's my way. That was my way of expression at one point. You know what I'm saying? When I had a lot of people that was associates that I really couldn't, you know, tell certain things to, or, you know, I didn't always want to tell things to Mama Love and Pops and, you know, my siblings, but I always, you know, just managed to keep things to myself, and that was it. You know, that was it. That was it.
Something. Yeah, I get, sometimes when I get, you know, that's why I try to do the preliminary too, to kind of do the icebreaker, you know. An idea, you know, too.
It's only interviews. Everything else, I feel like I got cornered. But when it comes to, you know, talking and all of that stuff and having, you know, just simple casual conversations, I'm just so used to being an introvert that sometimes it's just like, you know. But you know, I've been getting used to it, you know. I've been getting used to it, and I know it's something that I got to get used to on this road that I'm taking. So
I think you're doing fine. I mean, you know, you're a performer, so I mean, you know, I always say, look at it like you're performing. You know,
definitely.
You're doing a great job. Talk about some of the musicians that you're inspired by. So whether it be obviously, you know, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah, well, just growing up, you know, my music. My mom used to play like music like Public Enemy, BB King, Al Green. Sister used to play a lot of Brandy and stuff like this. I can go on with a lot of artists because being young and having older siblings, you know, and your parents also loving music. When I go from room to room, it was just a bunch of music that I listened to and I grew up listening to just because of them, and going through their CD books and listening to their CDs and stuff. So it's a lot of influence. It's a lot.
Well, you could definitely hear it. You could hear it in your artistry. You know.
Yeah, that's why I try to be so versatile in my music, where you don't know on a track, you don't know if I'm a rap, you don't know if I'm a harmonize. That just comes from, you know, just growing up and being in the house and hearing rap in this room, but hearing R&B in this one, then hearing blues in this one. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to give in my music now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a two-part question I always kind of like to ask everybody. What is your favorite part of this line of work? So it's recording as an artist. And then, of course, what is your least favorite part?
Okay, so my most favorite part is probably actually the recording. Like, I love the studio sessions.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, you could put me in the studio, like, and I won't leave. If I don't have to leave, I won't leave. And I'll just keep knocking out music and just keep knocking out music. So it'll definitely be the studio. And
look at your music just started playing.
Yeah, that's how we do.
It
But
hurts you.
the other would probably it would be hmm. I don't really have any downsides. I don't really have any
Good.
downsides.
Yeah.
I love it all. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this so long that when you look at it like a natural passion, that it doesn't even really seem like work. It just flows. So, aside from me, getting on point, more with my interviews and all of that, then everything is good. Everything is good.
Absolutely. Well, I like to do a thing called wordplay, Eddie Kane. And
Okay.
basically, I throw out a word, and there's no wrong or right answer. Uh,
Mm,
I just want to know what comes to mind first. It could be one word, it could be two words together.
okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Authentic.
Me.
Hmm.
Me.
So you'll come to know that I picked these words based on each individual,
Yeah, me.
what I
Me.
get from you. So that's good. You. Okay. Rare form.
My video.
Yeah.
Like my video.
Okay. Okay. Energy.
Um, hmm. I just thought about performing.
Yeah.
I just thought about performing. That was the first thing to pop up into my head. I guess we were just talking about shows, and I was just thinking about me performing again.
Yeah. You give definitely good energy with your shows and your visuals.
Mm.
It truly exudes. Success.
Oh, goal. That's
Ooh,
my goal.
yeah.
That's my goal.
That's something else, huh?
I was talking about. I had a deep talk, with plenty of people just today about success. From my woman to my homeboy Rim. Then Kenyatta Black, a lot of different people, and success always comes up. I think about success every day. I'm sorry, I just had a moment.
That's
I'm
good.
just,
That's what I want. That's what
whew,
everybody
yeah, man.
things happen.
Goals,
Words.
goals, goals.
Okay, well, so what happens after you have success, of course, and this is my favorite word, of course, monetization.
Mm.
Mm. He was like, okay, we're done. What are your thoughts? Monetization.
Well, investing. I'm
Mhm.
invest.
Okay,
Investing.
I like that. Well, you
Uh,
talked a little bit about that in the beginning because, investing is not just, in stocks. I mean, people need to realize investing in themselves,
right,
and investing in others, not always monetarily. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
I can appreciate that. So let me ask you this then. Would you rather have endless money or endless love?
Mm. It gotta be endless love.
Mm-hmm.
Money isn't everything.
Mm-hmm.
Money is everything. And I made sure, I thought long and hard about that. I could have answered that fast, but
Yeah.
money isn't everything.
Yeah.
Endless money, what? What you gonna buy? It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Materialistic things don't matter. You
Mm-hmm.
need love in life.
Yeah.
A lot of
Absolutely.
people with money who fold without love.
Ooh, talk about it, King.
Yeah, for real.
You just made me think about that song by Luther. A house is not a home when there's no one there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we could have these great big homes and these great cars, and then come home to an empty house, or not even just empty house, not have anyone around you. So it could be love. It's not just male, female, children,
Right.
family, friends. Those things, those true people
Mm-hmm.
are
Need
definitely important. So what advice or wisdom, a gem, if you will, has someone shared with you, whether it be music wise, life, coming up? Drop something on us that someone dropped on you that you will always carry with you.
uh if you're gonna do something, go all the way.
Ooh, yes.
And I got that from somebody that I grew up watching on the streets, and this is when I first started doing music, and he wanted me to rap for him.
Mm,
And I don't even really like to tell this story much, but
mm,
he wanted me to rap for him, and I choked. You know what
mm.
I'm saying? Which was rare because I had like when I was young, I had such an ego about me when it came to my raps that I didn't even imagine me choking, but
Yeah.
I fumbled on my words and I didn't remember the rest of the rap.
Mm.
And he was like, "Yo, it's dope." He was like, "It's dope. What you spit for me so far was dope, but look." If you're gonna do something, go all the way. Because I could have been, and he started naming. I could have been Pete. I could have been this person. I could have been that person. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
Yeah.
do something, go all the way. And that always stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's one thing I always think in the back of my head that if I'm gonna go all the way.
All the way. I
Like,
like. Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. So with this industry comes, of course, so many different facets. I mean, there's a vast array of opportunities that we could step into. You're doing it so far. You have your own label. It comes with obviously movies, entertainment, fashion, modeling. You talked about that. Where else do you see yourself, Eddie Kane? I mean, where do you see yourself stepping into apart from the music?
everything. I want to do voiceovers. I
Ooh,
want to do voiceovers for cartoons. I want to step into the sneaker game, acting, everything. I think I'm that versatile. I want to do a little bit of everything once I break in.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
what movie could you see yourself acting? There's a lot of part twos coming. So if you could place yourself in the next film feature.
Uh. mm, um. If there was ever a above the rim 2,
Oh, I
I
love
can I could play the role Dwayne Martin played.
it. Okay. Look
I
at you.
can do that.
The
Yeah.
move out the way.
Word.
I love
Word.
about them. It's funny. I wrote this question and I'm like, well, I saw myself in the Coming to America like last year, and then all of a sudden
Oh.
now they're coming out, now they're coming out with Coming to, or is it already out? Coming to America too? I thought I saw. Yeah, I thought I saw
Oh,
that.
it's about to come out soon.
Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah,
one of my
yeah,
favorite.
that's crazy. It was a big time difference between that.
Talking like 25 years.
Yeah, they waited a long time. I'm gonna check it out though. I can't wait to see that. Uh,
So, talking about your writing, and when you're, of course, collaborating or when you're just writing for your next project, are you more worried about doing things right or doing things wrong?
um, no, I probably it's all about doing everything. It's all about really doing everything my way. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
before I put, I just gotta it gotta go my way. It
Yeah.
gotta go my way. It's no way, no right or wrong way. You know what I'm saying? However I'm feeling, that's what you get.
Yeah. Not worrying about it. And that's part of that creative control again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I like that. So, talk to me about the power of letting go. What comes to mind when I say letting go?
Mm, letting go. Mm. I think meditation.
Yes.
I think meditation because that always been my way of letting go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I gotta take walks, if I gotta sit in the window and look outside for a little while and just think, or if I got, you know, that was just always what I thought when it came about letting go. Like just meditation, just zoning out and
Yeah.
having time for self.
I like to hear this, and I think it's helpful for the culture, being that you are a hip hop artist and you're talking about, meditating, having an inner peace to your.
Yeah,
I think we see that a lot. We see a lot, and I won't say names. I saw someone the other day. I think you know who they were. They were recording themselves, and they were recording, and they posted it on live, and they were just really angry, And so it's like instead of being such an angry artist, you don't have to share that with others because I mean that's it people feed off of that.
right.
So I think if we talk more about this kind of stuff, you know, whether it be meditation, you know, prayer, manifestation, the other stuff. I think that will rub off on more people, and we would have more, of course, positive influences in the culture.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you talking about your inner peace. So cereal, Corn Flakes or Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks.
Why Apple Jacks?
Cornflakes are too plain for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not really. When it came to cornflakes growing up, sometimes I used to have to put a lot of sugar in it. You know what I'm saying? I can't just eat cornflakes anyway. So when you got to try to make your adjustments with cereals, it's just like, So, you know, Apple Jacks never did me wrong.
Yeah, I like that. I threw that question out there because today, for the first time, I had a choice, and it was literally, you know, I was at a hotel, and it was like cornflakes or Apple Jacks.
Yeah, me, I can't eat cornflakes straight. So.
Say it again.
I can't eat cornflakes straight, me personally. So
yeah, I see someone said, yeah, you gotta do, what did it say? You gotta add a lot of sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're high all day off of sugar, which is not good at all. Failing is, of course, something I read a lot about, and that's only because I'm a fan of Michael Jordan, and he always talked about how much he failed before he obviously won so many, you know, awards. And speaking of trophy, would you say failing is equal or more important than succeeding?
It's equal. I say it's equal. You know, it's all one in my eyes. You know, you need failure, you know, in order to succeed, you know?
Yeah.
I just feel like you have to experience it, you know, like a lot of the wins are basically like what people see, but people don't know the losses, you know what I'm saying? And
yes.
The failures is something that you just got to take with a grain of salt, and you just got to keep pushing, but they definitely make you stronger, and they go hand in hand. If you're trying to succeed, you're going to fail. You know what I'm saying? And if you're afraid to fail, you're not going to succeed. So, you know.
So who have you been listening to lately aside from yourself?
Everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's one thing that I make a habit. You know, I'm subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels, so you know, do have time, I pull that up on the big screen and I just click through and I see what's going on in the music industry. And I also have my Tidal, and I don't play about my Tidal. When I see new albums, you know, I listen, you know, for as long as I can, and I make sure I get through them all. So that's always one thing that I did. I guess it force a habit. You know, growing up, I always used to listen to a bunch of albums back to back, and I'm never satisfied. I gotta hear more, and I gotta hear more, and it gotta be new. So I'm always clicking to listen to the new albums and what's going on out there.
Yeah, I like that. Absolutely. Well, you know, speaking of YouTube and everything, YouTube University, I'm big on YouTube University. You know, teaching and learning more as I can, even about what I'm doing, you know, with this journalism and media and wherever God is taking me with this.
Right.
Crucial. But with the internet, I definitely feel, obviously it has made a big impact, especially since we've all been, you know, quarantined and only choice to stream this way, talk this way. Talk about what it has done for you when it comes to cultivating, because this is a blessing for me to be able to even have this connection that you responded and you guys set this up. But
definitely,
what are your pluses that you've had with being able to cultivate and connect with other artists and fans online?
Yeah, it's been crazy, you know, it's been crazy. Like just from YouTube to Instagram, like I've been taking advantage, and it's something that I really didn't want to do at first. You know, I really didn't want to get into the social networking and all of that stuff, but the world is starting to close, and you know, before you know it, you know, regular TV is going to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually happy that I started to take advantage and post my music on YouTube and streaming platforms and all of that stuff, because, you know, the world is closing in. So, you know, I'm just happy about it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you produce?
No, I tried. I tried, but I'm not patient enough. At some point in time, I think I'll buckle down and try it. You know what I'm saying? But at one point, I was working with this program growing up, and I got pretty good at it. But then when my computer crashed, I never brought a new one. I never really cared for it. But someday, I definitely do, like, you know, want to get back into producing my own records.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, it comes with the label. You know, you got your label, so I mean, it could be definitely
Right.
engineering comes with that, and other
Right.
art. Do you plan on signing other artists to your label, or do you have other artists already?
No, I don't have any other artists, and I have plans on signing artists, definitely, but I want to take time and build. You know, I want to build the brand for the label. I want to build the brand for Eddie Kane, the artist. So it will be a long time before I think about actually signing an artist. But I did want to establish the label and get everything up and running now. So when I am ready, it's an easy process, just paperwork, boom, 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 and you know, we do what we do.
Absolutely. Do you think it's better to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
Probably a small fish in a big pond.
Why?
Being a small fish in a big pond, you can only see but so far. So having a big pond is more to explore, you know?
All right now.
Being a big much to see, you know? You can't right there, you trapped in, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know, like I said, I knew when I was listening to your sound, I was definitely going to be interviewing a king, if that makes King, K-E-E-N, King, K-I-N-G. Okay. And I truly thank God, because I like to listen to a lot. People obviously know by now I love hip hop, but I also like very wise hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot to share with us and talk about, and you're definitely profound. So I'm truly grateful just to have you in my presence.
Yeah.
What's
Appreciate you for having me. Definitely.
Thank you
Definitely.
so much. What's next for Eddie Kane that you can tell us?
Visuals that I can
Ooh,
you
more,
guys that I can tell you visuals, you
yeah,
know. But listen, it's a lot going on, but visuals, you know, always expect visuals. I got some of those coming soon, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, if they're anything like the ones you've done so far, you know, the realness and the quality, of course, because you know, I'm always gonna say stars, especially, and the other artists and the photographers you work with, by the way, are amazing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Your photography team. Talk to me about the importance of team, because you know, speaking of your woman there, speaking of Sean Moon, you guys, you have a wonderful collective. So talk to the people about how important it is, even having creative control, how important it is to have the right team around you.
It's no joke.
Yeah.
It's no joke in this game. You'll be lying to yourself if you think you can do it alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, that's what we talk about all day. The fact that Eddie Kane is a brand, and
Yes.
people see one name and you see me in the forefront, but there's so much people working hard behind this brand, and I'm so appreciative of them. They also watching too, you know, but I'm so appreciative of them. But it's no joke. You gotta have a team behind you when you want to run in this, because you'll end up, you know, you'll hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? You'll mess around and pass out in this game. It's so much that you got to put into this. It's not easy. It's not easy, and you can't do it alone. So it's always important that you have a team to ride with you. You know what I'm saying? And just always hope that, you know, those the best people for you. You know, those the best people for you. And you know, just go ahead, do what you do. Do what you do.
Say definitely a brand, because it is. It's a product. You are a product.
Mm-hmm.
Intellectual property, even. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I think it's very crucial. I think some of us, though, you know, so many get concerned, because I always say I'm never afraid about failing. I'm afraid about having the wrong people around me
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that want to see me fail. So that's more of my concern, you know, as an, you know, artist to artist. I mean, it's very honest, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you gotta You gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know who you're dealing with. And I just hope that you go through enough experiences in life that by the time you meet some genuine people, then you know that you're dealing with genuine people. Because that's why I'm so confident in the team that I have around me now. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
growing up and running around in the streets and all that, you meet people, and you know which you grow to know which relationships are shady relationships and this and that and the third. And the people around me now are just so genuine, and I love it. And sometimes I just wake up and I'm just so thankful because I was, I'm not afraid to say I was a struggling artist not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's just so amazing. You know what I'm saying? That we finally did it. The same people that was, behind me and pushing me when, it wasn't nobody, really
Yeah.
checking in, that, we actually doing it. And it's like, yo, y'all really riding for the brand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing more that I can ask for.
Yeah. Well,
It's good.
again, it shows they are a part of you. They are definitely, even professionally, like with the emails, I was just like, even today, I'm like, oh my God. But I just,
Love
yeah,
it. Love
definitely
it.
professional, and I mean, we can be who we are as the culture, and we people.
Right. Right.
This is, yes, it's still a business. It's still your brand. And
Definitely.
they're taking good care of you. So shout out to your entire team. Again,
Sure.
thank
Love.
thank
Love. Love
everybody for
y'all.
making it possible. In closing, because I'm not going to hold you too long, tell everybody, aside from Instagram, where we can find you and where we can find your music.
EddieKane.com. www.eddiekane.com. Everything is there. You know what I'm saying? You can also purchase my music at eddiekane.com/bandcamp. But when you go to my website, the Bandcamp links are already there. All you got to do is just click on the projects, and they send you straight there. So anything you need, eddiekane.com. I'm constantly updating it, so you'll always have the new content, and that's where it's at.
Well, I'm so grateful to you. I'm going to take everybody out with one of my other favorites so far. It's called They Own It. It is from the album 1224.
Yes.
Again, produced by Wavy da Ghawd.
Yes.
Shout out
Yes.
again to Sean Moon, to Stars Coleman, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody who, of course, made this possible. To your
Mm-hmm.
beautiful queen,
Yes, yes, Lola Stackhouse.
to the beautiful queen from the first preliminary, she was helping us, and to today.
That's a fact. That's what she do. That's what she do. She actually also helped me pick my beats. You know what I'm saying? When I sit and I vibe, you know what I'm saying? Me and her be chilling and all that, and I get into my zone, and I don't think it ain't a track that I write to if I don't got her approval on it. So that's she picked the beats also. Thank you.
The real one. So make sure you take care of her.
Definitely, definitely. She good.
So I will see you soon, King.
I
Congratulations.
really appreciate it. I
Congratulations
really appreciate it. Word.
for the good work.
No doubt. Thank you so much.
Stay safe, okay?
All right, you too. Take care.
Good night.